Can a wireless charger really be worth $150? Or is this thing just a ripoff? Well, today I am reviewing the new Boost Charge Pro and also comparing it to the 3-in-1 Belkin that I've used for over a year. And I have to say that over a year ago, I would say that no, this is a ripoff. But now I have changed my mind, and for a couple good reasons, because this has some features that no other charger has, multiples, and they also teach us something about the new Apple Watch Series 7 and the upcoming Series 8. I've been a huge fan of wireless charging ever since the iPhone 8 came out with its glass back and wireless charger, but back then there were a few major issues with wireless chargers, but now with the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 13s, we have even more issues and different things that we have to deal with that I will get into. Now, when those first iPhones came out, I bought a couple cheap wireless chargers and they were okay. The biggest issue was the fact that if you don't align it perfectly, you end up either not getting a charge or getting a very slow one. Now, there are also other options coming out, like certain 3-in-1 chargers, which I loved because it gives you all the convenience of charging your AirPods, your Apple Watch, but with those, you have to add your own puck, and they had other issues as well, such as sometimes I would wake up in the morning and my phone would just be dead because the charger just stopped in the middle of the night. Apple decided to fix those issues when they launched MagSafe with the iPhone 12s, allowing your phone to magnetically attach and fix the biggest issue, which is the proper alignment and getting the full speed when you charge. Now, the other part, as far as third-party chargers sucking, well, that just got worse because with the new iPhones, having the ability to have 15 watts of MagSafe charging is really nice and fast, but all these advertisers started claiming 15 watts on their chargers, even though some of them only gave like 5 watts to your iPhone, and then they still would be flaky. That is where this Belkin came out last year, and this thing was $140. It's a 3-in-1 charger that allows you to charge your AirPods, your Apple Watch, and your iPhone with the full performance. So 15 watts for your iPhone, the full speed for everything else. Now, when that came out, I had the question, am I gonna regret spending $140 on this? Because that is a whole lot of money. And I have to say that a year later, or almost a year later, I have no regrets. It is literally one of my favorite purchases. But now we have this brand new charger from Belkin that has some unique features. But my first thought was, why in the world did they go from this design right here to this flat design? It is great having this look where everything is just right there. You can actually keep your phone on, you can watch something when it's on your bedside. It just looks really nice. And they're going to something like this, and at the same time, they are charging $10 extra for it. Well, after checking this thing out, it makes a whole lot of sense. First off, when you look at this, obviously it's a much smaller profile. Everything is flat, even though it is quite heavy, and this thing feels extremely, extremely solid. Now, their biggest thing is the fact that one, this is the only charger that can fast charge the Apple Watch Series 7, so 33% faster charging, and two, this thing is also portable. With this 3-in-1 charger that I've used and loved, you're not gonna be taking this on your trip. It's just too bulky, you're gonna leave it. So when you're going on a trip, you gotta take with you 3 separate chargers, or you have to use one charger for multiple devices. The other option is buying Apple's AirPower, but I personally could not stomach spending $130, not even getting a power adapter. And the fact that even with a 20-watt charger, you're only getting 11 watts to your iPhone. If you buy a newer, more powerful one, you could get 14, so still not the same 15. But even with that said, if you're charging both your Apple Watch and you are charging your iPhone at the same time, you get even slower speed. So that is a major bummer. Now, what I did personally is I bought one of these third-party ones that do not support 15-watt MagSafe, but the AirPower still doesn't, or their MagSafe Duo, I should call it. So I got one of these, but it's still flaky. It would still flake out on me. Sometimes it would not work. It was very slow, so I would not recommend this. So now I see why Belkin went with this model where it's slim, It is nice and compact, and if you're heading somewhere, you could toss this in your bag, and when you arrive, you have full fast charging for your iPhone, for any other regular device, or AirPods, along with your Apple Watch, including the Series 7, which this is the only fast charger, as I already mentioned. And of course, Apple's sticking with MagSafe for a long time, and this wireless charging standard, now that the Series 7 has fast charging. So when you pick one of these up, you know that's not gonna last you half a year or a year and be flaky and die out. It's gonna last for years, so it's a great investment. Now, with that, like I mentioned, the build quality is really good. When you compare it to the previous one, this one feels even more solid. On the top, they have the silicone type texture. It's not as grippy as the previous one, so it's easier to clean, but it feels really nice. The magnets built into the MagSafe connection here, they're nice. They feel like they're slightly less powerful because it doesn't need to hang there, so it's easy to pick up your device, but with that, it aligns perfectly. And then the space here for your AirPods, perfect. We do still have that little LED, which is a downside. That's really the only issue I had with the previous one. And then for your Apple Watch charger, if you have an Apple Watch strap that opens up like mine does right here, you just set it down like that. Or if you have one that doesn't, you can actually pop this up and then you can attach it, or if you like using the nightstand mode, it can also work that way so you can have your time visible. Now with that on the bottom, we do have some adjustments. So if you have an older Apple Watch that's smaller, you go with the base setting. If you have one like I do, you could just kind of twist it and adjust for the larger size, actually all the way here. And that will kind of raise it, give this little lip, just like the MagSafe charger, and allow it to sit really nicely and fit on this device. Now, I also said that we found out something about the Apple Watch Series 7 with this charger, and that is the fact that the new Series 7s, they don't actually use any more power. So if we take a look at this new Boost Charge Pro, the input wattage is 40 watts, just like the previous one, and the power adapters to both, they are also identical, meaning that the change in the Series 7 is just the fact that it has a more efficient coil. It's maybe more tightly wound, less bat loss, so you're getting better energy efficiency, and that is what is helping you get 33% faster charging, less limitations, better efficiency. So that is interesting, but unfortunately, if you have an older charger or any other third-party charger that might be 80 bucks instead of 150, you're not gonna get the full speed for the Series 7 or the newer watches, and two, you're not getting 15 watts of MagSafe charging, you're gonna get only 7.5. Now, of course, the other benefit of this is that it actually comes with a power adapter. One downside, it is not USB Type-C. I would have loved it if it was. It's the same one with this little barrel plug, but when you set this up, this has a nice little hidden channel so that you can connect the cable in here, you plug it in, and then you have a nice clean run off of your desk, and only one adapter to plug into the wall instead of having multiples or extra cables that go from one device to the other, like cheaper 3-in-1 chargers that we have tested and reviewed. So with all of that said, how does a new Boost Charge Pro compare to their previous 3-in-1 that they are still selling on the website? Well, first off, this thing's about 10 bucks cheaper if you buy it on Apple's site, but it does have a very long wait. I think it's over a month and a half to actually receive it. I do really like this setup where you see your iPhone and you see the Apple Watch on here as well. I think it is very nice visually and it looks great on a nightstand. I do not like this flat layout as much, but with that said, after getting it, having the ability to just toss this into a bag and take it with you is really nice. And then having the future proofing of the fast charging for newer Apple Watches, 33% faster, I think that is another great feature. And if I was choosing one over the other, it would definitely be this new version, no doubt about it. And if you're still on the edge about buying one of these for $150 or something cheaper for 50, 60 bucks that you have to add your own Apple Watch charger to, or maybe 80, 90, I would definitely say spend the extra money, have the proper alignment, proper certification for actual true MagSafe 15 watt from Apple, the faster speeds, and just the reliability, knowing you're getting a good product that's not gonna just die out, a year or two, or even sometimes 6 months from the time you buy it. It's definitely worth it and you will not regret it, even though it costs a lot and it's hard to swallow that amount. So this is the best charger on the market, offering things that no other one offers, and I do think it is worth it until Apple comes out and makes something that's their own, that is gonna work well and give you proper speeds, not like that MagSafe Duo that is just, it's pretty much just an embarrassment. So there you guys go. I'll have links to everything down in the description below. Click that circle above if you guys want to help us reach our goal of 1 million subscribers. Check out those videos right over there. This has been Max, and I will see you in the next video.